I scored 100 out of 100 in HSC Advanced Math when I was just 16 years old as an accelerated student. And if you want to learn exactly how I did it, how to ace math, no matter if you're in Australia, New South Wales, whatever state in Australia, or if you're worldwide, I now have subscribers worldwide if you haven't heard of me before. My name's Jed. I scored 100 out of 100 in maths. I did very well in school here in New South Wales in Australia. I got a 99.7 ATAR, I was school captain and was playing first 15 rugby and ducks my grade, which means I came first and I got the highest ATAR out of my cohort in my grade. I state ranked in many subjects, and all I want to talk about today is exactly how I studied for math and how I got 100 out of 100 at 16, competing against people 2 years older than me. Now, this is going to be a quick and easy video because it's quick and easy. You are studying math wrong. There's two things you need to do, well, three things really, but two main things you got to do. First one, there's going to be no cuts. I'm going to show you the first one. And it's exactly this. I don't think I have a math textbook. Actually, you know what? Yes, I do. This is a math textbook. I bought this textbook because I thought this would actually help me. I didn't use this textbook, okay? This is the first thing. These, 90% of the time, are pretty useless. And the reason being is, yes, they're good for fundamentals, and that should be it. Fundamentals only. Other than that, have you ever noticed that when you're doing textbook questions, they never show up in the exam? Like, they're always weird, and then they never show up in the exam properly. So what I want you to do is what I did, is I actually didn't even use textbooks in year 11 and 12. Now, some of these questions are very good textbook questions, but you get the same ones in past papers. So I'll be doing past papers from whatever exam or curriculum you're doing, only past papers. And if you really suck and can't do the textbook questions, be honest with yourself, and please use textbooks just for fundamentals. Don't use past papers. That's the first thing. Second thing we're going to do, we're going to stop writing notes. If you're writing notes for math with formulas and whatever, that sort of thing, you're wasting your time. I never did it. I just did past papers and just did Anki flashcards. Okay, so I showed you this example yesterday. If you want to watch the video from yesterday, how to not make silly mistakes, you can go back on my channel, and I showed you this past paper. So you should be using past papers. You can also do this with textbooks. You can screenshot the textbook questions and do this, but please stop writing notes. You can remember the formulas as you do questions. And also a big tip is to please use your formula sheet, the same one you have in exams. Use it when you do practice questions. Why would you not? Why would you not use formulas, the formula sheet, when you're doing practice questions? It makes no sense to me, because you're going to have it in the exam anyway. So some formulas you don't need to remember. So don't try to remember formulas. You'll remember them anyway. Yesterday I made this, and I showed you in the video yesterday if you want to watch it. Again, in the description, I'll have my Anki tutorial if you want to learn how to use it. I made this card. I'm going to reset this card. I'm just going to reset it because basically if I reset, forgetting how to use Anki, and I reset the repetition and lapse counts, that'll show up here. Cool. So Anki question cards. When you do a textbook question, which you shouldn't be doing, do past papers, because this does not show up in exams. Some of them will, but why would you not go to the source? If you're training for a marathon, would you run or would you swim? Textbook questions are kind of like swimming. It's still cardio. It's still going to get your math better, but you're not training for the exact specific event. Why would you not train for that exact specific event? Why would you not do exams conditions? I even took it to the extreme where I was in my school uniform and used like the plastic water bottle with the plastic pencil cases. I was extreme, but extreme measures get you extreme results. I got 100 over 100 when I was 16, and I was up against 18-year-olds. So that's what you got to do, right? So once you do past paper questions or textbook questions, but just for the fundamentals, hop into here. Remember, Anki question cards. Screenshot the question, screenshot the answer. Put it on the back of the card. So the front of the card is going to be the question, the back of the card is going to be the answer and the proper working out and the mistake that you made. Now, the reason we do this is because you will make silly mistakes and mistakes in questions. Why would you not learn from all of your mistakes in past papers? That's the whole point of doing past papers, isn't it? So what we're going to do in our math study is every time we do a past paper or a textbook question and we get it wrong, I don't care if it was a silly mistake. I don't care if it was like, oh, I get it. No, you don't get it because you got it wrong. If you got it wrong, you don't get it. You only get it once you review it. So please don't just say, I get it, and then move on. No, please screenshot the question, screenshot the back, put it into Anki. You can use Quizlet for this if you want. I'm making my own flashcard app as well, but I would recommend using Anki. Anki is the best for spaced repetition. Again, I'm making my own flashcard app soon that'll have everything that Anki has, but it'll make it as easy as using Quizlet, even easier. So, because Anki is kind of hard to use for some people. So yeah, cool. Now, what we do is once we make these Anki question cards, we're never going to have theory cards for anything else in math. You don't need them. Remember, I've got my formula sheet with me. I'm doing the cards. Cool. Now, some days you're going to do Anki, you're going to do math past paper practice, and some days you're just going to do math going over your question cards. So if I'm going over my question cards to go over mistakes, I've got 500 cards to go through, and maybe on each day I might only have 50 to go through because of how spaced repetition works on Anki. Go through this, study now, do the question. Remember, what was the mistake I made? What was the mistake I made? Show the answer. Got the right one? Cool. Remember this mistake. When I go into the exam and I see an arithmetic series question again, I'm going to remember this mistake. It's literally just active recall and conditioning your brain to realize, to recognize, or to relate this topic or this type of question, this question type, with this mistake. And you might have 3 mistakes that you do on this type of question. So you keep doing it. Learn the marking criteria, do question cards. It's the way you're going to iron out some of the mistakes. Now, my biggest issue in math, because for me, math advanced was very easy. It's what I got 100 over 100 in. I got 47 out of 50 in extension as well. For me, math was so hard. Math was not hard, sorry. I was struggling, like I wasn't struggling, okay? I got 91 or 92 on my trial exam compared to 100 in my actual exam, right? I got 92 because I made mistakes. Like I said, 6 plus 8 equals 12. Like I wasn't concentrating. I didn't practice in exam conditions. I made a massive shift from that to actually doing exam style questions and then using Anki question decks, and it saved me so much. So please, this is my biggest tip for math, and it's a very quick video because that's all it is, right? Bin these or use them sparingly. When you start a topic, use them just to learn the basics when you're learning it, and then never use it again unless there are some hard questions at the end. But why would you not go to past papers, especially if you're in Australia and New South Wales? In math, look how many past papers there are, especially this is a 2-unit advanced math, which majority of people do. Look at this. Why would you even bother with this? You would never even get through all these past papers, right? So don't bother with this. Do the real thing. Do the real HSC exams. Do the real VCE exams. The real WASTE, QCE, SACE exams. The real exams, whether you're in Australia. Obviously, I'm talking about Australia because I'm here. Whether you're doing APs, GCSEs, A-levels. This is not about Australia. This is about maths. This is about how to study for maths, because I did so well at such a young age. And I studied better than everyone. I didn't waste my time. I just did past papers, just drilled the past papers, and every single question I got wrong, even if it was a silly mistake where I said 3 plus 2 equals 4, and I just made a dumb mistake like that, I still put it in. And I said, bro, mistake. You're an idiot. Don't say 3 plus 2 equals 4. Like, just put it in there. If it's easy, you click 4 days. You're not going to see that for 4 days again because of how Anki works. And if you click easy again on that card in 4 days, it'll probably say 30 days. So you're not going to see it every day. You should have 1,000 or thousands of question cards, sorry. And that's how you should study for math. So that's basically it. If you have any questions, comment down below in terms of how I study for math and how you can do well. It's very easy. No more notes. Use Anki question cards and theory cards you don't need. If you need theory cards, make a card and just call it, what is the formula for Pythag? And then you go, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. If that's what you need to do, but that's on your formula sheet. So study with your formula sheet. Any formulas that you need to know that aren't on your formula sheet, you can make a quick deck and just call it, math formulas, and review that. Like you'll barely need to review it, right? And that's it. That's how you study for math. Check this out. Use actual past paper questions, especially if you have as much as people have in Australia. And other than that, that's it basically. Now, the last thing that I would say is to use a traffic light system to know what your red, orange, and green are. If you don't know what it is, it's a system to use where you rate topics green for good, orange for in the middle, and red meaning you suck. If you get everything right in a past paper for that topic, it's green. If you get everything in between, it's orange. And if you, wrong finger to use. If you get everything wrong or most of it wrong, it's red. Don't lie. You're probably not green on everything. You're probably orange and red. Most likely you're orange when you think you're green. Be really harsh on yourself. Every Sunday night, sit down, do the traffic light system. Again, the new web app that I'm making will have all of this built in. But that's it. Anki, past papers, traffic light system. Same for every subject, but for math, use question cards. And hopefully this works. Again, in the description, I'll have my full Anki guide to set everything up. And I will have the link to join Elite Achievers if you want to learn math from me, 100 over 100 scorer, from 2 other mentors. One that got a 99.95 ATAR and state ranked, I think 10th in the state for math, and got 100 over 100. The other one, who got a 99.9 ATAR this year, that just graduated, went to my school, got first in the state in Math Advanced as an accelerated student, and got 100 over 100. If you want to learn from 300 out of 100 math scorers, click the link in the description, and you can learn how to all levels of math from us. And that's it. I'll see you tomorrow for my next video.